Faith and belief are at the heart of spirituality, mythology, and folklore. I met with healers who have the ability to tap into the energy of the universe and heal their clients. Join me as we explore life in the metaphysical fast lane and SoulBlaze Your Life. It's important to understand that there's a flow to life, but sometimes we get so caught up in our daily activities that we forget to take the time to notice where the flow is leading us. In this episode, you'll meet actress Brianna Brown Keen, Broadway legend Ben Vereen, and the tea mistress Xena Muzyka. They all share little secrets that help them create each day. Do you have people in your life that steal your energy like some sort of energy vampire? Well, energy vampires drain you and they take you away from positive things in your life. It seems like there are always people around that want something from us, and often we have a hard time saying no. It can be especially difficult to set boundaries with people we love because we want to be nice and we want to take care of them. This has certainly been a challenge in my life. So I sat down with my friend Brianna Brown Keen. She created the new Hollywood Goal Group, and she is my accountability partner. And she reminds us that if you don't learn to say no, then guess what? Your yes has very little meaning.
Hi, I am Brianna Brown Keen. I am an actress. I am also a producer. I am the founder and CEO of the New Hollywood, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. I am the author of Manifesting Your Mission. Manifesting Your Mission is a goal-setting, accountability, life coach. You know all the answers within if you just actually write them down. And it is a program that I have cultivated to help people go from survive to thrive, and also to help people to just up-level their life personally and professionally.
Manifesting Your Mission has been a lifesaver for me. I love it, love it, love it. And you know me, I've created journals for myself, and I've used 100 over the years. I always have a journal. And this one is so amazing because it gives you everything to say, are you sure are you on point? Are you on focus? And it's just great.
Thank you. As you can tell, a lot of it's me reinforcing a belief that I really learned over time, that we all have the answers inside of us.
Yes.
You know what's best for you. There is no
Absolutely.
guru who knows what's best for you. You know intuitively what it is. And if you pay attention and are present, there will be signs, there will be things that will flow your way. There will be your teachers, there'll be mentors, there'll be the knocking like, no, you should turn right. Go that direction. No, follow that way. And if we are paying attention enough, we allow it to be led versus trying to having blinders on and saying, I just need to achieve this and then I'll be happy. And it's like, well, maybe you need to go a little backwards to go forwards, because there's something you need to learn, and actually going backwards is going forwards. Thank God that I got fired from that job and then this opened up and that made me become entrepreneurial, or thank God but you don't see it in the moment, and we can look back and see it, but we don't always necessarily see that maybe the hurdles and problems in your life right now are actually the stepping stone to prepare you for what it is that you say you actually want. So maybe it's actually a blessing.
Okay, so sometimes you have to, in life, go the way the river's flowing, right?
Absolutely. You can try going upstream.
Yes.
I've done it.
I think we all
I'm good at it. But often, if that's not working, right? If you're doing everything that's within your control and it is not working, then there is a let go and let God.
Go with the flow.
I'm going to go with the flow.
Yes. Let go and go with the flow.
I'm going to let go. I'm going to go with the flow. Or I like to say, let go and let God. Let God take the reins. Do everything that's within your power, that's in your control, to get in a certain direction. If you're getting just doors slammed in your face everywhere, then sometimes it's about let go and let God, and see how you need to let the river, take you in a different direction. And often that is exactly where you need to be. The other thing is just be really incredibly grateful for what you do have and what is working in your life right now. The most important things that we have is our time and our energy and our resources, right? That should be a reflection of our values. And often it is not. And if it's not, that means that we're not having great boundaries. We're not having great boundaries with people. And people that have a lot to give, there's often a lot of people that want to take.
Yes.
Who are we having in our lives, and are they lifting us up or are they draining us? And while I don't think that means like, say you're never going to talk to anyone who drains you or they're going through a hard time, just to be really conscious of like, to what degree can I give? And again, they don't realize that they're doing it, but they just don't realize that they're more powerful than they realize. I've learned to just energetically to not have those people really in my circle. I choose not to have people that are perpetually in a state of chaos.
So if you are an energy vampire, how do you get out of it?
You have to go about it from a lot of different directions. If you are the person and you realize, wow, I am sucking energy out of people, well, then what's really going on? Are you depressed? Are you anxious? Are you fearful? You wouldn't be leeching onto people if you weren't afraid. So how about if you deal with some of that fear? What tools can you have to help you cope to deal with that fear? And instead of starting small and setting goals that are within their control, they're then setting things that are beyond their control, and then it feels chaotic. Or, you know, some people really, because of things that they grew up with, are really accustomed to a lot of drama and trauma, and it's very normalized, a lot of dysfunction that's normalized. So they're used to a lot of dysfunction. So usually people that are in that state are constantly discussing their problems instead of realizing like you need to contain your problem. You need to deal with, as Dr. Habib Sadeki says, you need to deal with your own emotional waste, your own emotional septic tank, so that you can be able to cleanse it yourself. So learning to create boundaries, learning to speak up lovingly and kindly, learning to honor your own time and energy. And I think everyone's different. There's a total spectrum. There's people who are givers, who are give to their own detriment. And then there's other people who really don't give at all.
Right.
Who maybe need to work on a little giving.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So there's a whole spectrum like anything. And it's really, know thyself.
Yes.
Who are you? What are your tendencies? Do you have a tendency to sprint and collapse in life? Do you have a tendency to go slow and steady? Do you have a tendency when things get difficult to just stop and give up? Do you have a tendency to overgive? And then just to adjust, like, okay, but is that working for you?
You have to know if it's not a no.
Yeah, well, right, because one of the things we'd spoken about is I was told by this woman, Dallas Travers, a long time ago when I was run ragged. I was doing way too much in the day, juggling, running a nonprofit, being an actress, running and trying to be at everyone's everything, and I was just exhausted. I remember she said to me, so you need to take a moment before you commit to anything, evaluate if it's right for you, and you need to decide if it's not a hell yes, it is a hell no. And I was like, yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Because I
that's
can
helped me
twist,
so much.
I can turn myself upside down and make it make sense if I want to, because I can push things forward, but that doesn't mean I should push things forward.
Or you just want to help someone or be there, and you're going, it's not really right for me, I'm sick, or whatever it is.
Or whatever, it's not a budget priority for me, it's not a priority on my time. I need to recoup. I'm going through something, right? But also, a lot of us there's just an excuse for absolutely everything. So do you live by your excuses? Do you let your excuses just be, hold you back so you can play victim, so you don't have to take any blame or any responsibility? Is that serving you, and is that helping you with what you actually really want in life? I personally think that's a no.
Yes, that's a hell no.
I think it's a no.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming today. This was wonderful.
You.
So many nuggets. So good.
Thank you.
It's hard to say no to people close to you. A no to a family member or a colleague could disrupt an entire environment. But if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. But the way you say the no needs to be considered. So you may want to spend a little time practicing this. No. 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 Ben Vereen is a legend, a triple threat, which means he's a singer, actor, and dancer. He starred in TV, movies, and several Broadway shows. He even won a Tony Award for Pippin. And he's my dear friend. Ben is full of great stories and wisdom. He's one of those people who's been there, done that. So I wanted to talk with him and have him share some life lessons that he's learned along the way.
Now, Lisa and I have known each other for maybe 5,000 years. We met at a place called Optimal Health Institute because we were both seeking to get our health better, and in the process found out we had a soul connection. So we're here today together in this coffee shop in Ohio because, oh, how high it is being with her. It always is great.
Without stories, I don't think we could really evolve. So hearing people's stories and sharing their stories and learning about other people and their journeys, I think helps shift consciousness.
You know, you've done all the lessons, you get all the information, now it's time for you to put it to work.
Yes.
As how does it work on you? And how far, I'm speaking for myself now, how far in my knowing do I let go, finally, and absorb the healing?
But you're Ben Vereen.
I am?
You are Ben Vereen. Just in case, yeah. That's who you manifested.
That's what I manifested.
That's right. That's who you manifested. You said, I'm going to come into this world. I'm going to have this amazing electric smile that if I look at someone, their life is going to be changed. And I'm going to light up their life.
Thank you. What I feel is that, like yourself, like everyone in this coffee shop, everyone on this block, everyone on this planet, I believe for myself, we sign a contract. Yeah. This is what my spirit wants to experience in this lifetime. And so we bring the tools with us.
Yes.
And if we are, like I said, the AAA club, you know, awake, aware, and alive, then we begin to attune those things in our daily life.
Yes.
But it's all a lesson.
It's all a lesson.
It's all a lesson. The journey is a lesson. It truly is, I don't know, it sounds cliche, but that within me which is greater than myself, greater than all of ourselves, call it what you want, God, Allah, Buddha, outside the human frame of my consciousness, which is limited in its scope of its abilities. But that which is greater than myself has all abilities, and getting to know more of that myself. Now, some people go about a different way. I've gone through my ups and downs and knocks and bruises, but it's still something. What is that thing that makes you get up? You meditate about it, you pray about it, you wish for it, you hope for it. But it's so much greater when you let go. I can't, you can, so do it. When I was laying in the hospital, I said to myself, that's what was my mantra. I can't, you can, do it. That doesn't mean do it. I'm just gonna lay here. No, I'm saying I surrender my little ego to be embraced in the big ego of thyself and allow you to do the work within me. It's that one step at a time. We're in the university of the inchworm.
Yeah.
Inch by inch we get there. But the idea is, Luigi says, this dance teacher of mine, never stop moving. Never stop moving. You stop moving, my mother said, if you stop moving, they'll throw dirt on you because they think you're dead. So keep moving, inch by inch, we'll get there. Discouraging as it may seem like the mountain is so high and so far away, but inch by inch, if you keep moving, you'll be at the top of the mountain going, how I got over.
You just summed it up. That is what it is. Just surrender. Surrender. And once you surrender, you could get the answers. When you're still fighting all the time, or arguing, or needing to be right, or hanging on to your badges of pain and suffering, your life won't shift
That's your badge of identity.
Yeah.
So suffering, the pain. Look what I've gone through. Look what I've gone through. Look what everybody's going through. Look what we all as a whole, as a country, are going through.
And all we have is today. So yesterday didn't even exist. So you didn't go through it. That was a past life, you know, that you're dragging into today, because today is the first day of your new life.
Exactly.
You know, it's a rebirth.
But we don't look at it that way.
No.
Because we bring baggage.
Yes.
And what we got to do, what we feel we have to do, society needs to do, family needs to do this and that. It doesn't act out that way. And that total, let go. Some point you get to a point where you say, I can't. And the Egyptian says, know thyself, working on me, constantly trying to evolve. And then this thing about evolving, expectations come along with it. I expect to be this way. It's saying, I allow myself to be. And I will be in that allowing. And it will unfold unto me as it will unfold. I will become a fan and cheer myself on.
How do you do each day? How do you ground yourself? How do you do a morning ritual to ground yourself?
Yes,
best you can?
I do that. I do my meditations. And I stop and I do my breathing. I'll stop when I do my walks. I'll stop when I do my ritual. That'll help me. I find that when I meditate and pray in the mornings, my day's better. Because if I lie to myself, as Paul the Apostle says, I put on the whole armor of God. Meaning shroud yourself with those things that you need that will protect you. You know, against the arrows of negativity and falsehood and people who are against you. You're shrouded in the whole body of the Holy Spirit. So anything that comes up against you can't come up against you because you're walking in the light of your divine.
Ben reminds us that you can find peace in a daily practice and never stop moving, because if you keep moving, step by step, you eventually get to the top of the mountain. I'm about to interview Xena, the tea mistress. She's amazing. She created this beautiful shop and she believes in tea ceremonies for connection and transformation. That's just my jam. She has a shop called Magic Hour that we're standing in front of, and I'm going to interview her right now, so come join us.
My name is Xena Muzyka. I'm the founder of Magic Hour, and Magic Hour is a tea and transformation company that brings spiritual rituals to your home so that you can infuse your life with health and wellness, and also create ceremonies of connection with those you love. I am so excited to be having tea with Lisa as she's going on her transformational journey. I can't believe everything she's done. She's so brave and courageous, and I watch with such admiration. And so I'm so excited to give her a cup of comforting tea, because I think she's been through it, and I think a cup of tea is just what the doctor ordered. Okay, so Lisa,
Yes.
You're on this amazing spiritual quest where you're trying everything,
Yes.
right? So what I love about tea ceremony and the idea of tea as ritual is that tea flows, and as long as we're flowing, our lives are flowing, right? So the subconscious mind doesn't understand words really or numbers. It understands symbols and it understands ritual. So our subconscious mind, when we're pouring tea, it's a moving meditation that's visual, and I'm a very visual person. So yes, I sit with my eyes closed and do my meditation in the morning, but this is my meditation for life. This is actually what makes me understand that the universe is in flow, and as long as I'm in flow with the universe, everything works, and somehow my subconscious understands it through tea.
I spent a lot of time in Japan, and they said, you know, tea was for the soul.
Absolutely.
Yes, coffee was for the human, tea was for the soul.
Absolutely. I always say coffee gives me courage,
Yes.
but tea sustains me.
Yes, absolutely.
So, absolutely. So I really wanted to create something that was ritualistic around being together and being present. And so Magic Hour is based on sunrise and sunset, when those are the magic hours for photography. And for me, it's a point of reverence where everybody actually goes and stares at the sunset, or goes to watch the sunrise, or we actually stop and it feels like time stops. So my tagline is time for infinity, because if we can make time for infinity, it seems like our lives expand. So when you're in flow,
Yes.
In a flow state, you basically are in a state where you're not looking at the clock, you're not focused on, you know, a chore, you're not slogging through. Everything seems to expand.
When I'm writing, I get in the flow and I go, oh, that was probably an hour. And I'm like, wow, 5 hours went by when you're really in the zone.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to read your book.
Yes.
And writing does that for me. But tea, and actually serving tea, it makes me feel like my ego is gone and I'm invisible, and it's about the service of someone else. Because I feel like as we're all experiencing the world and our own struggles, and we're all going through our own stuff, we forget that other people are suffering probably more. Sometimes we think we're like the ones suffering the most. And as long as I'm serving other people, I start to become invisible, time seems to expand, and all of a sudden, you know, we've been in a 2 or 3 hour tea circle, and it's like nothing, like no time passed. It's amazing. It's the infinite. And it's hard to describe unless you're in it. But I don't think time's linear. I think time is expansive.
Yes, and just bringing community together is something also with tea ceremony, because it's so gentle on the soul, and I think it brings out, you know, something special in people just like this. How can
Absolutely.
you not be peaceful and be in the
Absolutely.
flow? And
Absolutely. There's no side effects other than better health, clarity, and more connection. So.
oh my God. Okay, I'm taking that home with me.
This is,
wow.
I started out as an aromatherapist and I was studying herbal medicine in Peru. And
What haven't you done?
you know what? People say, how do you get so much done? And I say, tea. Like really, tea sustains me. It gives me so much energy and
it opens you up.
It opens
and
you
it
up.
brings people together, and there's an instant connection that forms.
And in a fractured world,
Yes.
we need more togetherness.
We do.
You know, there's so much divisiveness and this divide and conquer sort of mentality. And I feel that if we can just get together for a cup of tea, we can definitely shift the vibration of the planet. And with that, I am so grateful I got to sit down and have a cup of tea with you.
To you, my darling.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa.
When you get together for a simple cup of tea, you can shift the vibration in your life. It was wonderful enjoying this time with these three fascinating people. Xena showed me how she creates connections with tea. Ben told me about his morning ritual. And Brianna shared how she creates boundaries. All of them remind us that when you are consistent in your life, you can transform. How would your life change if you explored these ideas? I invite you to be consistent with your personal time, create your day, and make shift happen.